Good Friday evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Shelby Sheehan.
And I'm Joe Hart. Topping our news tonight, the director of Washoe County Library says he's preparing for severe budget cuts next year after voters rejected the Washoe County ballot Measure 1 in this election this week.
Ben Marjot reports from the downtown Reno Library on the significant changes that could be coming.
This week, the WC1 ballot measure failed by about 4 percentage points. This means that the tax override in place for the last 30 years ends next summer, possibly resulting in severe budget cuts for the libraries. Director Jeff Scott tells us as a result, the library's $17 million budget will be reduced to a little over $12 million. That's a cut of about $4.5 million. To continue to operate the libraries, they'll have to cut 23 staff members, the entire $1.4 million book budget, and $200,000 of the technology budget. Here's what he told us earlier this year about the impacts.
If it were to fail, you'd have a severe reduction in library services. The expansion tax helps us to expand services. Sort of like recession level funding would be what we would be facing.
The measure would have extended a tax override first passed in 1994 for another 30 years. As we explained in our coverage of this measure, it was not a new tax. Rather, it just directs 2 cents of every $100 of assessed property value to the libraries. So your tax bill will not go down now that this has failed. That money will instead go to the county's general fund and not be set aside for the libraries. Scott tells us the proposed budget cuts will be enacted when the expansion tax ends on June 30th, 2025. Now, it is possible the county could move to supplement the library budget from the county's general fund, but as of now, that is not a guarantee, and so Scott has to prepare as if those budgets are coming. In Reno, Ben Marjot reporting.